We're about to compete in the ultimate challenge in Disney World.
Hey kids, welcome to EPCOT. EPCOT. EPCOT.
It's the A to Z challenge. Bring it on.
Bring on the hug. I'm sorry, I've been watching a lot of kids shows lately. Bye, friend. We have officially started our A to Z challenge. Here's how the challenge works. We have to find different things around Epcot that correlate with different letters of the alphabet. Now, thanks to some of our amazing viewers who helped us out design this game, like Big Brother Buddha, who decided that one of us has to start at the letter A and go forward, and one of us has to start at the letter Z and go backwards.
I am starting with Z today. That's actually a big shout out to Big Brother Buddha, who is like a good friend of ours. We see him a lot in the chats. He came up with the rule that we start at opposite ends. So I'm starting with Z because last time we did this challenge in Magic Kingdom, I got to start with A. So we're mixing it up, and immediately I don't know where I'm going. First thought is we have certain categories. We can only put, use so many things at a time. And I think I'm gonna start with like zebras, merchandise.
Now, the person who completes the alphabet first will be the winner. But it's not as easy as it looks. We don't just get to run around and go, leaf for L. We actually have different categories, and we have to find things for each category. I think I have a pretty solid strategy today. It's because I'm starting with A. I'm gonna head to the land. I was gonna use Asha for A, which was live entertainment. It's a character from Wish meeting closer to the World Showcase. But she does not meet again until 11:55, which is a full almost hour from now. So we're gonna head to Living with the Land, and we're gonna see Awesome Planet. Awesome Planet is about a 10-minute show that it's hosted by Ty Burrell. Ty Burrell, if you're not familiar with that name, you might know him better as Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. He's basically playing a real estate agent where he is selling you planet Earth and telling you how great it is, but how we also need to protect it. A lot to do with the environment, saving the environment, protecting the environment, and how you could also donate to the Disney Conservation Fund at the end. There's a couple additional lighting effects, but for the most part, it really is just a film. But that's Awesome Planet, and that's my letter A.
Okay, the first place I'm going is Creation Shop. This is kind of the big one-stop shop here in Epcot if you're looking for kind of more generic Disney merchandise. It's right here at the front of the park. So immediately I'm saying this pizza collection, which is so cute actually. I was thinking like pizza, za versus za, but that feels like a stretch. I'm also trying to think of like Disney characters that start with a Z and like Zeus, Zurg. Do we have Zurg merchandise? Zurg merchandise. Okay, Evil Emperor Zurg, Z merchandise category, check. I don't want to use another merchandise so soon, but I think for speed, because this is about who finishes first, that I need to find something yellow for merchandise. I'm gonna look for something yellow, and then I'm gonna count our first two letters done. Oh, and immediately I'm saying this amazing yellow Epcot Center shirt. I actually, if Breedlove does not already own this, he should. This is the cutest OG, like vintage inspired collection. I absolutely love it. This is where I start getting into trouble because I get excited and I grab like the first thing I see. I've already used two merchandise, and that typically ends up being the easiest category to kind of fall into. So now I'm on an X. And I wonder if one of the games in Project Tomorrow would have an X in it, because I can't remember the names of the games. So let's go look.
First off, if anybody's coming to Disney World in the spring, and you have some seasonal allergies, especially flower, pollen related, just like before you come to Epcot, take those allergy pills. It is wild. Even when you're not at Epcot. I apologize for the red nose, but allergies are a kickin'. We have to start marking off some food and beverage related items. And I think B, it's iconic. I think we should absolutely do it. I think we should head to Club Cool and do some Beverly. I can't think of anything else. I can't think of anything else related to B coming to mind right now. So we're gonna have to do it for the game. Now, Club Cool is to the left here in World Discovery, right next to Creations Shop. Club Cool is technically a merchandise location where you can buy different Coke-inspired items, but they also have a full beverage bar and this free soda fountain, basically, where you can try different sodas from around the world. We talk about it a lot on the channel because it's one of our favorite things. and it's an iconic Epcot staple. Not Club Cool specifically, just this trying sodas from around the world, because it used to be at an entirely different location. All right, Beverly, it's from Italy. It's definitely an iconic Epcot beverage. Currently, while I was waiting to retrieve my own Beverly, there was someone pranking their entire family saying, this is world-renowned Italian soda. And it always starts off like, oh, it's okay, and then it stings you in the neck.
But now I'm gonna go into Project Tomorrow. If you don't know what this is the exit area for Spaceship Earth. You can find a lot of games here, a lot of learning. So like the Energy of Tomorrow game, which we weirdly play a lot. You have to power a city. Lots of fun games down here. A great place for kiddos to kind of like burn off some energy. And I wonder, because these guys kind of have weird names, if anything would count as an X. Okay, here's the health category. Robotic doctors, virtual appointments. One of these games, Agent X. That's the game that Sage plays. It's called Agent X.
Okay, I hope we make it. So for C, we need to go all the way to Mexico, because the thing that I chose for C is Mariachi Cobre. C for Cobre. So we are quickly? That's a thing. Quickly walking. We are walking to Mexico as quickly as we can. Hopefully we don't miss Mariachi Cobre.
Immediately. No. Unsuccessful. I had it. Okay. 3 down. We're not doing half bad. The crowds are getting a little crazy today. Like Spaceship Earth was like a 30-minute wait. Now it's on to W, and my first thought is Winnie the Pooh, who used to roam, but now has like a formal meet and greet in the UK.
That was so sweet. Thank you guys for, one, I love when you guys talk to me, but you guys can also tell when I'm in the middle of a challenge. And this awesome couple just said, Sage, all ears, baby. Go win this one. I was like, thanks guys. You guys are awesome. All right, we made it. Mariachi Cobre. This one kind of came to me in the moment because live entertainment is typically the hardest category, as I mentioned, and I think we got to knock out live entertainment before it gets too late, and while it's available to us, because hashtag live entertainment is important. D for Donald.
We made it. If you did not know, this is where you meet Winnie the Pooh now. He is here in the back, and you actually get to go into Christopher Robin's room and meet him, so we're gonna hop in line.
Donald has left. Apparently he just needs to have a quick margarita or something. I don't really know. Just gonna check on Daisy, and he'll be back in a couple minutes. This will happen from time to time, especially during warmer weather. It happens more consistently and frequently, but then they will be back in around, I would say, 3 to 5 minutes. It's not a long wait, but just know that if they do step away, it's typically not for long, and they will let you know if they are done for the day.
Okay, met Pooh Bear, and also had a great time with a new friend that I met. Her name was Megan, and she works on the Fantasy Disney Cruise Line ship, and so she's just here having fun today before she goes back on ship. I thought that was cool. B is next. Immediate thought is Violet Sake back here in the World Showcase. And also I want to say about Winnie the Pooh, that is one of the best character meet and greets because it's so kind of hidden. It's not really like in your face, so a lot of people don't see it, so the waits are usually shorter than others. So definitely check that one out.
And he's back. He's here. Hello. How are you all? How are you? Good? Good. So I'm playing a challenge in Disney World. It's the Alphabet Challenge, right? Whoever can complete the alphabet first is the winner. And obviously, D for Donald. Look at that, D for Donald, killing the game. But if you're doing a numbers competition, obviously you would be number 1. Absolutely. I got you. Honestly, Donald was awesome. He was killing the game. He was so good. Oh, you know what? Huh. So for my letter E, I think I'm gonna have to start rolling with some merch. And E, I'm an EPCOT, and it's kind of just a dead giveaway, right? We gotta find some EPCOT specific merch. There are a couple different places you can find merch. I'm trying to walk the least currently. And I could, you know, trek all the way back to their main store, which is Creation Shop. It's like the Emporium of like Magic Kingdom, but it's for EPCOT. But I can also go to Disney Traders, which is kind of in no man's land. It's still technically World Showcase, but it's right at the entrance. It's not really representing any country. But Disney Traders, there are two sister shops, one on the left, one on the right, and they have different merch from time to time.
Okay, we made it into Japan. Garden House. This is where you're gonna find the Instagram famous violet sake. However, it's not open yet. So I have to wait until, I think it's noon. Oh, you can't see, but I got 9 minutes and I don't wanna go elsewhere. So we're gonna wait.
Anything that says EPCOT. Come on. Marvel, Big Hero 6. Oh, come on, you guys. I'm gonna have to go back to Creation Shop, aren't I? All right, made it back to Creation Shop. This is definitely the Emporium of EPCOT. The Emporium over at Magic Kingdom is definitely, look at that. EPCOT merch. EPCOT Center. Opened in 82. EPCOT merch, done and done. Literally you can find, or you can, Spaceship Earth. I mean, more EPCOT. Nailing it. Done. I think it's time for my first wild card. We're rocking with F. Could go with Figment, but I think I need more. I think I need a wild card. I'm not totally sure what wild card means. I think it just means anything that's not a food, beverage, ride, or show, or live entertainment. So I think that's wild card. And I'm gonna say F. Flower and Garden. Flower and Garden Festival. Flower and Garden Festival is currently happening at the time of filming. It is one of EPCOT's 4 core festivals, and it's all based around the springtime and flowers and freshness, fresh food, the beauty of spring. That's what it is. It's not great for people who are allergic to spring, like me. But there's great food, great concerts. If you have any questions about the Flower and Garden Festival, we did a full review. It's up on the channel now. You can check it out. We tried everything. It was so much fun. I actually really enjoyed Flower and Garden this year, the reviewing everything. So definitely check out that video on the channel now.
Okay, ignore the drums in the background, but this is the violet sake. It is very Instagram famous. It's sake with purple pear and a bit of lime juice. This one is delicious. It is really light, refreshing, and frankly, you can't really taste the sake. I love this one. This is actually one of my favorites. You cannot taste the alcohol in this. It is just light, bright, refreshing. One of my personal favorites, even though I don't get it a ton because it's kind of more towards the back so you forget about it. This is also the spot, it's called Garden House, where you can find the famous frozen beer. But I think it's really lovely if you love not having alcohol essentially in your cocktails. This is a really great one to try out. So we had our sake, and now the next letter is U. My first thought is Under the Sea. I don't really know what category that's gonna fall into.
We made it back to Mexico for G, our first ride. No, our second, because technically Awesome Planet does count as an attraction. So this would be our second ride slash attraction. G for Grand Fiesta Tour. Now this is the Mexico Pavilion, which I think, the jury's still out, I totally haven't decided yet, but I'm pretty sure this is my favorite pavilion in World Showcase, specifically because of how it completely transforms from the outside to the inside. Obviously outside, bright, sunny, EPCOT indoors, literally turns into a nighttime Mexican marketplace. Absolutely gorgeous. There's a great tequila bar, and it even has a full boat ride inside of the pavilion. And that is the Grand Fiesta Tour. G for Grand Fiesta Tour. Let's go.
Row one! Yes!
First row, row one.
Walking to the front of the park was like actually a kind of bad choice. EPCOT is my least favorite for walking because of the walls right now. Everything's up and around. And I thought part of this walkway had walls. It was cut off, like the walkway towards Figment. Looking at it, no, so I just took the long way home. why, I couldn't tell you. But be prepared to walk when you're in Epcot.
A lot of zigzagging in this challenge as well, because we are headed back to World Nature, actually. Because that is where we're going to find our next attraction. Well, we're the letter H, but this thing is actually within the attraction, so it counts. I talked to my producers, I promise. Where you're headed to, well, I'll just show you.
Hey crew, just checking back in. You know how I was like, oh, they didn't close it, so I took the long way. So I started to walk over here. They did close it, they just changed the shape of the walls. So now I'm walking back again. This, I think, shows that no matter how often you come to Epcot, it can be confusing while the walls and stuff are up. So if you get a little lost, it's okay. Stuff is always changing. This will be done hopefully soon, and then we won't have to deal with this for like a year. And then they'll probably start again. But you know, all that to be said, it's okay if you get a little lost, because I just did.
We are headed to Journey of Water, which is awesome for today because it's a little toasty, and I should probably put on some sunscreen. But it is a walk-through attraction that teaches you all about the water cycle and how the water cycle is all connected. Not only that, but how water kind of connects us all. My favorite part about this attraction is it really pushes that message of water connects us all, because you might have to interact with some strangers in order to make some of these special effects work. So in the process of learning about the water cycle and seeing how it's all connected, you're also connecting with other guests, which again furthers that message, and I think is super smart and unique. Here we go into Journey of Water. Now, what does that have to do with the letter H? Throughout Journey of Water, there are some really fun rockwork sculptures from inspired by characters of Moana. And right here is Teehee. Teehee is the rooster.
Finally made it to the seas, which if you didn't know, this is the exit of where you come out if you're riding the Seas with Nemo and Friends, a ride here. This is where you're gonna find a lot of stuff. It's one of my favorite things, and I'll show you because of the AC, the air conditioning, but B, I'm gonna show you my favorite guys. For me, the number one thing, in my opinion, is the manatees. I love the manatees. If you don't know this about me, I have a very strong passion for them. They're just adorable, and these guys have been here for a really long time, and if you want to learn more about them, you can actually watch an entire special on them. Look at them go. It's on Disney Plus, all about Animal Kingdom actually, but it talks a lot about Disney's care of animals and their conservation initiatives and these guys, and I love them so much. But that's not why I'm here, actually. No, I just did the manatees for fun. I'm actually here to go underwater, and there's one place that you can do that, and it's upstairs.
All right, moving on to the letter I. We're actually going back into the land. This one is a little strange, but I think for value, it's important to talk about. And also, this is my favorite place to grab this. So we are headed to Sunshine Seasons, which is the quick service location in the land. Sunshine Seasons is more of a cafeteria, an a la carte situation where you can go up to 4 different stands. It's good for families because there's different options, so it's not just going to be like here's the Mexican food that we can have, or here's the Japan food. It kind of has a unique mix of everything for everyone, but more than anything, it's got a soda fountain, and I love the soda fountain, and that's where we're headed to the soda fountain, because I is for your free iced water. The iced water. Dance party on the stairs, but don't fall, yeah. Free iced water party. See, how do you make iced water exciting? I don't know. Well, you throw a dance party into it. Okay, so this is the dolphin, sharks, sea turtles, and reef fish area. Now they have some really cool things, dolphin presentations. You can see them feed the fish at different times throughout the day, but if you walk underneath here, you are technically now underneath part of the massive aquarium. And at one point, I believe this was the biggest aquarium in America. I don't think that that's true anymore, but it's massive, in case you didn't know. But look, love this area. I think it is so neat. It's so quiet and peaceful, and also it's refreshing. It's cool in here, like physically cool, and most of the time, because it's so dark, it doesn't get hot even when a lot of people are in here. And look, right now they have divers. Okay, because that's not like a ride or an attraction or anything, I'm gonna count that
as one of my like wild cards. So putting that under wild card, I'm not upset about that. Now T is next. This one I think is a give me. I'm gonna do test track. Hopefully single rider is not too bad, but I've not done a ride yet, so I think I need to add to that category.
We're gonna grab one of the smaller cups because that's what you're supposed to use for your iced water. Grab some ice. Grab this little guy, this little water thing. That means water. It is extremely important to hydrate when you're at the parks. We're starting to get into the spring, summer seasons, and we're gonna be talking about this even more frequently. The number one thing that we see in the parks when it gets hot is, unfortunately, we see a lot of people suffer from heat stroke. So please, please, please hydrate. There's free iced water. It's cold, it's refreshing. You can go back as many times as you want. Do it. I have terrible news. Like, actually the worst news. So my next letter was J. And I was going to see the Jammers, who are 3 people who are drummers, but they dress up like janitors. It's like a stomp. If you're familiar with stomp, they use trash can lids and buckets and brooms and shovels in order to make drum sounds. It's very stomp-esque, but janitors, got it? Just gonna see them for my live entertainment, but they just finished their last set, and I think they're on their lunch, which means they're not gonna be back until 1:30. Which means I don't have an hour to kill. So I'm gonna have to switch gears here, and probably, I'm right next to the Imagination Pavilion. The only other thing I can think of at this time to switch gears and to not waste time is to go meet Joy. It's a very busy day. Joy is currently in ImageWorks. You can meet Joy from Inside Out and Figment, but it's a very busy day, which means there could be a crazy line. So, fingers crossed. Free water.
Okay, sticking towards the front of the park, easy give me ride, T for test track. Says it's only 30 minutes, which is incredible because Spaceship Earth was 30 minutes a while ago, which is a little bit long for Spaceship Earth. But right now I'm gonna head towards the single rider line, one of the best single rider lines in Disney World. Not all of them work. We talk about Rock and Roller Coaster quite a bit. That single rider line is not always successful, but this one tends to be. You do have to split up with your party, but inevitably it's gonna get you through the line faster. Okay, looks like the single rider's a little bit backed up, but I still think it'll be faster than waiting 30 minutes.
Hello, how are you? Good to see you. So I'm playing a game, the Alphabet Challenge, with my friends here, and we have to complete every letter of the alphabet, and obviously J for Joy. Yes, we did it. We found you. So thank you for helping me with the game. Can we take a picture? This is so great. That was such an easy meet and greet. Joy was awesome. So funny. We really are running the gamut of characters today, between Sassy Donald to Sparkly Joy. Oh, that's a great shot. the ball and the monorail. All right. Now, okay. I think we need to do another wild card. I was racking my brain. It's like, where are the kangaroos at Epcot? I don't think there are any kangaroos here. We're spending a lot of time in the Mexico Pavilion. Why? Because it's the best one, or one of my favorites. But we are here because, okay, for one of our wild card experiences, EPCOT. So every country in the World Showcase basically has a fun activity center for kids. It's called EPCOT. Epcot, EPCOT. Basically what happens is that you will get a different sticker and basically a postcard from whatever country you're visiting, as well as a little activity like a drawing situation where you can draw and color in said postcard. At the very end, you can collect them all. It's like a fun scavenger hunt. KitKat from Mexico acquired. I love KitKat. I think it's a great opportunity for, especially if you're enjoying your time around the world, whatever that means. If you're drinking around the world, snacking around the world, I think it's a great opportunity for the young ones to also have something to do around the world, because there are attractions. They're not super kid friendly in every country. It's great to obviously expose the little ones to, you know, culture and try this food and look at this architecture and look at these performers. But I have seen, especially with my godson, he doesn't care. He likes Frozen, that's about it. Next one is L. I thought about Living with the Land, but currently living with the land, looking at the time on my Disney Experience app, it's about a 35-minute wait. And I just don't know if I can. I don't know if I can wait 35 minutes for that. I love living with the land, one of my favorite attractions, but is it worth 35 minutes? I don't think so. It's not, especially not in this intense competition. So I think we're gonna do something a little bit different with Elle. I think we might go for some merch. So we are headed to Treasures of Xandar, which is the gift shop outside of Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Now in Treasures of Xandar, that's where you're gonna find all of your Guardians of the Galaxy and Marvel merchandise. Got all of your different gauntlets, Thanos, Iron Man, Black Panther. Oh, thank you. He said that's very mean. Did you say that when I said Iron Man, or when he said Thanos? But am I Iron Man or Thanos? Well, I don't like what's happening in the comment section right now. But I'm gonna opt for this, which is the Loki horn helmet situation. L for Loki. Loki is the antagonist in the Thor franchise. Outside of Canada Far and Wide, and kind of right outside of Le Cellier as well, there is a popcorn stand where you can grab maple popcorn. You can also grab a specialty alcoholic beverage called the Ottawa Apple, as well as some, just water, Powerade, things like that. But this is the maple popcorn. Obviously, Canada is known for its maple, the maple leaf. And so it's basically a caramelized maple glaze on top of the popcorn. Makes it a little sweet. It's like kettle corn, but with a maple flavor. That's how I would describe it. Honestly, ooh, it's warm too. That's delicious.
So I had a lot of time to work on my list. I feel pretty confident. I think I know where some of my next steps are. So next, I think I'm gonna go for another ride, Spaceship Earth this time, trying to keep it to the front because walking around like that was absolutely idiotic. But we got it what we needed. Things are working out, but I'm just, you guys know how it is. Sometimes if you're walking around Epcot, it drains you quickly. So I'm gonna head towards Spaceship Earth for S, and I feel confident in that. I feel we've touched every category so far, except for food. But food tends to be easier at Epcot because there's so much. If you don't know what Spaceship Earth is, it's actually the ride that is inside the Epcot ball, as people call it. But the Epcot ball is called Spaceship Earth. So it's a really neat ride, kind of takes you through, oh my goodness, what is the line? What is happening right now? Okay, kind of takes you through history and communication and how people began to communicate with each other, but then also create technology and learn. And I actually really love it. Dame Judi Dench, the lovely woman that she is, she narrates it. It's a lot. It's an Epcot classic. It's fun. It's relaxing. It is, I think, a must-do typically because the wait time is a lot lower for this one compared to others.
Oh man, so much crisscrossing. M, N. Okay, N is the next letter. I think I want to get another snack beverage situation. And for this, for N, racking my brain over N, and it's so funny. I looked at the comments for the last alphabet challenge, and you guys are so smart. With like, oh, you could have done this, you could have done this. Absolutely, I definitely could have done all of those things. But it's a lot harder when you are here in the park and it's hot and your brain is running a million miles an hour and go, whoa, what's here? I don't know. But I think I'm gonna head to World Showcase left. Go for some Norway coffee. I did check with Emma and Norway coffee is accepted. Which makes me laugh because she must be taking some creative choices over there. We do check in with each other when we're like, is this too far-fetched? Nah, we're good. Now in Norway, that's where you're gonna find Akershus, which is a table service character dining location. Frozen Ever After, which is a slow-moving boat ride, obviously inspired by Frozen, the movie, and Kringla, which is a bakery. That's where we're gonna find our Norway coffee. The reason this is accepted as an answer is because they have the Norway Viking coffee, which is specific to only here in Norway. All right, so this is Norway's Viking coffee, which I immediately spilled on myself because it's melting so quickly. But it's basically Irish cream liqueur, coffee chocolate sauce, topped with a chocolate crunch, which basically reminds us of chocolate Rice Krispies. This is actually really good. I forgot how good this is. Definitely on the sweeter side. I did get the frozen of Norway Viking coffee, and I did get the alcoholic version because why not? But you can get a version of the Viking coffee that is non-alcoholic if you want to try this as well. And there is a non-frozen version as well. So now we are onto the letter O, and we're gonna rock out some more merch. I believe we are headed back to Creation Shop for the letter O. And if you've been around Flower and Garden at all, or EPCOT really at all recently, you know exactly why. For O, we're gonna do merchandise, and it's Orange Bird merchandise. We've got a bunch of Orange Bird merchandise. They've got hats, they've got spirit jerseys, as well as lounge flies, tumblers. I mean, they've gone all in on Orange Bird. I just realized I have really been avoiding rides, and I have to ride at least 6 today, or do 6 attractions that also count as rides. I've been avoiding them because it's just so busy. It's so busy right now. But I keep thinking, P. Tried to avoid it. I don't think I can any longer. It's time for a purple dragon. Looks like it's about a 10-minute wait right now, so let's do it.
Finished on Spaceship Earth. Now next, I've had a lot of time to think because the ride broke down. I say broke down. The ride paused 3 separate times while I was on it. So I was on that ride for like this weirdly long time. But next is I was gonna do Rose and Crown because it felt good to get some food in here, but Rose and Crown is in the UK. And I don't want to go all the way to the UK because then my next one I want to attempt is in Norway. That's like that's almost as far as you can get to a certain degree. So I think I want to find something food here in the front so I don't mess up my categories that I have in my head, but that way I don't have to walk all the way to the UK and then back. I think we're gonna go with Farmer Feast. They have strawberry rhubarb pie. Rhubarb are closer than Rose and Crown for sure. And it's only $4.75, so I think that's a pretty good deal. Well, we'll find out if it's a good deal. Okay, I got it. The strawberry rhubarb upside down cake with a citrus lime. I believe whipped cream is what I said. $4.75. This is a big portion for that. We're gonna take a bite. If you want to see full coverage of this festival, by the way, it's up on the channel right now. Cheers. Oh my gosh. Might be the first time I've had like something with rhubarb in it, but I love strawberries. Light, refreshing, super tasty. Really good.
Row 8. Row 8's our favorite. Yeah.
I think for Q, I'm gonna go wild card here, and we're gonna check out the Queen Elsa topiary in Norway.
Q is next, and I'm slowly starting to run out of space in my categories. You know, I got to be careful about merch, specifically because merch can be easy. I got to be strategic. I have to be strategic about my rides because the waits for the rides are long today. So I've got to be strategic with that. I have to be careful about my live entertainment. Make sure I hit everything before the live entertainment goes away. So I think Q. Got to do a wild card for Q. I get a lot of questions about this, whether it be on Instagram or what have you, about quiet places. For people who are neurodivergent, who need places to take a break from all the sensory coming at you. And I'm actually going to show you a place that we are at quite often This right here is, I'm gonna call it the AllEars table. It's definitely away from a lot of the crowds right now. It's almost always empty, except now that I've said it out loud on the internet, it's gonna be full. But it's a super chill place. There's charging ports. Right now the music is actually a little loud. It's never this loud. Maybe it just happens to be a moment, like a swell in the music. But it's very relaxing. Quincy and I specifically, we come here all in our perfect day, our perfect day. You can see we come here and we start, we get our coffee, we start here, and we just chat for a bit before we start the day. Sometimes we'll work here as well.
Made it into Norway. So if you don't know what you can find in Norway, there's shopping like all of the pavilions, but this is where you can also find Frozen Ever After, as well as Kringla Bakery, which is the famous school bread, if you've ever heard of that. But right now during this festival, lots of festival things today, you can find Elsa and Anna as a topiary. So if you don't know, Flower and Garden Festival has these beautiful topiaries scattered throughout all of EPCOT, different characters, different things. It is my favorite part of the festival because I think it makes EPCOT look even more incredible. And right now we have Elsa and Anna here. Of course, technically, both are queens in their own right. Elsa is queen in the first film, and then Anna, spoiler alert, becomes queen in the second film. And I think this is a great photo opportunity, so this is gonna count as my wild card, is Queen Elsa topiary photo op. There you go. For my next thing, like I said, I've had a lot of time in mind to kind of like plan out where I think I want to go, because I think you have to have some strategy with this one because of those categories. The next thing I put was a Piglet plush. We're sticking with a merchandise category, and I don't necessarily have to do that. This is just like, you know, when you get your mind set on something and that's your idea and that's what you're going for. Ironically, Piglet and Winnie the Pooh and everyone's in the UK, which I just changed Rose and Crown, so I didn't have to go to the UK and then back in the bag. So hopefully I can find something else that starts with a P. And I guess plush in and of itself would work, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to get a little creative.
We are back again in the Mexico Pavilion. I'm basically just doing this whole alphabet challenge in the Mexico Pavilion because we're here for the letter R. And no, it is not Remember Me, which is the Coco exhibit. Line at La Cava del Tequila, which is the Mexico Pavilion's tequila bar. Now they can basically make any kind of drink for you. It is a full bar, but tequila is obviously their specialty. They've got great margaritas. They do have a tequila flight. I always say it's less expensive and more tequila just to get an actual shot of tequila instead of doing the full flight. But if you're looking for that flight experience to get try three different kinds of tequila, that's great too, but know that it is definitely a pretty penny for the tequila flight. But I am here for something specific.
Okay, made my way over to Disney Traders. We're gonna see if we can find anything in here. Key merchandise should be fairly simple, right? Pink, plush, Piglet. We'll find something. Okay, maybe Disney Traders is not the answer. Let's go check out Port of Entry, which is a very similar store, and it's that right there. So hopefully maybe something will be over there. Made it in. Disney Traders, very similar store, just slightly different merchandise. Lots of Junia Berg, some jewelry going on right now, which I'm obsessed with. This is my favorite ring that I wear all the time. You guys don't care. I'm in the middle of a challenge. Let's focus maybe. Oh, but immediately I'm seeing a pink mini bucket hat. Cute merchandise. This is left over from the winter collection, which I thought was so cute. So we're gonna use it. Next plan, there's a lot of like Disney characters with an O. Orange Bird, Olaf, Oswald. So this one's a little bit more broad. I think based on what my future plans are, I need to stick with merchandise for right now. So then I'm gonna walk back towards creations, question mark. And I'm noticing immediately an Orange Bird backpack, more festival vibes, but Orange Bird is actually the kind of main character, I'd say, of Flower and Garden. So like, for example, Festival of the Arts Figment, this one is Orange Bird. There's tons of Orange Bird merch. I actually really love it this year. So let's say some Orange Bird merch.
I haven't talked about this in a while, but this is Reposado. There are 3 different types of tequila: Blanco, Reposado, and Añejo. Blanco is the clearest because it's been aged the least. And Añejo has been aged the most, which is typically it's going to be the darker. But the Reposado, R for Reposado, is going to be kind of like the slightly tinted tequila. It's going to be the middle ground. That's going to be a little smooth, but still enough to have a burn to know, hey, wow, this is still alcohol. R for Reposado. To the alphabet.
For in, I'm back towards the front of the park where the C's with Nemo, capital N, and friends. Only a 10-minute wait, thank goodness. But let's go ahead and head over. If you don't know what this is, slow-moving dark ride. A lot of fun. Kind of retells the story of Nemo, but in the sense that he's actually lost again, and it's like you're reliving him getting lost.
Now on my way to the next thing that's gonna take up quite a bit of time actually. I'm nervous about the last couple letters because it's gonna take up some time. But I think we're gonna head back into Disney Traders because I believe that, I think I saw it in there earlier. I did see it in here earlier. So this is a star named Luna from the Disney movie Wish. But you're gonna find this star merchandise all everywhere because it's from the movie Wish, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but Disney put a lot of stock in the movie Wish. Let us know in the comments if you're like, oh, I love the movie, because it definitely mixed reviews. But I mean, Asha, who stars in the movie Wish, she was out here before the movie was even out.
Okay, in for Nemo. Now, M is next for me, so I'm going backwards. And immediately I was like, oh, Mariachi Cobre, no problem, which is an incredible group of live performers that perform in Mexico. However, I checked the time on the My Disney Experience app, and they don't perform for another 30 minutes, which is not ideal. But I want this one to be live performance because that was kind of my plan already. So characters do count in that. You can meet Moana in EPCOT. That is the longest line. I don't think that that's a good idea. Like at that point, I think I should just go see Mariachi Cobre. But Mickey and Minnie are also here, and they're kind of in the back, and not a lot of people know that they're back there. So maybe let's go meet Mickey. Hopefully that line won't be too horrible, and it'll still fit in our live entertainment.
I just checked my list and I have officially closed my first category, which was snacks and beverages. I cannot do any other snacks or beverages within this alphabet. So exciting that I closed my first category, but also stressful because now I have less to choose from. We're here at the Seas with Nemo and Friends. We're not gonna ride the ride. Thank goodness it's only a 10-minute wait. Wild that it was 35 minutes earlier. But here's where you can interact with some fun fish exhibit. You can also go underwater. But for the purposes of today, we are going to do Turtle Talk with Crush because live entertainment's important. Let's go. Basically a short 10-minute show where you sit inside a human tank and you are able to visit with Crush and actually ask him questions. Each show is different based on the questions Crush gets because the kids are actually asking Crush questions. Also, we just happened to luck out. The show was starting to let in right as we got in line. So this is definitely a win for our time maximization.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, Mickey's not here. So wonder when Mickey's here. Okay, crew, we might be at a standstill because Mickey and Minnie don't come out until 3. It's 2:30. Mulan does not meet until 3:30. Moana does not meet until 3. Mariachi Cobre is not until 3. Do I change everything I planned on doing, or do I wait? I'm gonna look into changing while I sit and wait on Mickey and Minnie, but I'm losing it. I'm losing my carefully crafted plan. Blown to smithereens right now. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. So I was gonna do D for like a dog's merchandise or something. I'm gonna switch it. I think I'm gonna do M, merchandise, find something, and then D, maybe I can meet Daisy. Based on her times, I think I should be able to meet her pretty easily if everything else goes to plan. Right now I'm at Imageworks, and hopefully there's some merchandise in here. Starts with M. I'd be shocked if there isn't. You're gonna find a lot of their Figment merch in here, and we're probably gonna be back in here later, but let's see. Ooh, I'm already seeing it. Monsters University hat. Merchandise, MU. Thank you for switching, Emma. I'm really proud of you.
Whoa, check out all the human dudes in the human tank.
Next up, L, I wanna go for the lobster. There's lobster available right now on one of the EPCOT booths, but the dang walls are cursing me again. because based on where I was, I could have walked straight to it 2 minutes, but no, there's wall service. It's gonna take me 8 minutes, according to the Disney app. Which, fun fact, if you didn't know, if you're trying to get to like a specific booth in Epcot, type in the name of that booth, and then it'll pull it up, hit get directions. It'll take you the walk, and it'll tell you how long, and I think that's pretty cool. Finally made it over to Florida Fresh. This one has a lot of Florida Fresh items, but the main one that I'm excited about is the grilled warm water lobster tail, which just sounds incredible. And I want to try something for an L. Lobster tail it is. Very pumped about this, actually. Okay, here it is. This is the grilled warm water lobster tail. Comes with a key lime butter. And I'm actually a little peeved at myself because I need to get something with a K, and I don't think this can count as 2. We're going L for lobster tail with this one, and I'm so excited to eat it. Cheers. I really like it. Super flavorful, really meaty. The key lime butter is a little strange. It's creamy, sweet like key lime. But overall, I really like this. It's $11 though, so maybe a little bit small for what you get, or for how much you pay for it, I should say. But overall, pretty good. It is a little difficult to eat though, but I'm glad I got to try it. And I'm gonna eat it on the go because we don't really have a lot of time to waste. So K is my next one. My initial thought is there's a kale salad at Connections Eatery, but I don't want a whole salad. I feel like that's a little wasteful, so I'm just gonna like eat it as fast as I can and keep going. So I grabbed a festival passport. I'm gonna see if maybe there's any key lime something, because I feel like, oh, I dropped the passport, but I caught it and I didn't film it. And now you guys are never gonna know I'm athletic, which really stinks. But I feel like there should be like key lime something. Like this festival lends itself to key lime, doesn't it? Does anybody else agree with that? I don't know though. Also, I will say, I find the festival passport so helpful. I like live and breathe by these. They are just so, it's like a nice little way to like find out what you want without walking all over, kind of helping plan your day. So let's see any key lime.
Honestly, what a cute show, and surprisingly educational. I actually did learn something, which I don't know why I find it so intriguing, but I'm gonna share it with you. So you can actually tell the gender of the turtles and their eggs based on the temperature of the sand. So if it's cool sand, all the eggs are gonna be boys, but if it's warm sand, then all the eggs are gonna be girls. Do you wanna know why? Because boys are super cool and chicks are totally hot. That's what Crush said, not me. I was like, okay, Crush.
Guess what I found? I am so glad I checked. There is a key lime wine slush at Citrus Blossom. And you know what? I'd probably know that if I would like watch our video again, but I watched it fast and I can't remember all of it at once. And that's on me. That's my fault. But if you want good recommendations, check out the video. I'm so excited I found that. I knew there was a key lime something. Never give up on your key lime dreams, kids. Never give up. Here we go. Orange bird. Our little king. We love him so much. Thank goodness. Not a long line either. This area tends to get long lines because it is indoors. There is seating in here, but we're lucking out right now. Let's grab a key lime wine slush. Cheers, crew. Dang. Ooh, super sweet, but also fairly tart. I think it lives up to the key lime hype. It's a little small for what you pay, but I think it's nice. It's refreshing. I wouldn't get this over others. I would get the violet sake actually instead of this festival specific thing, but pretty good. Also did not realize I was going to get to have such a nice day for the Alphabet Challenge, like enjoying beverages and food. Nice.
All right, we are back in World Showcase. The next one up on our list after Turtle Talk with Crush, which again, what a fun show, is U. U. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot the letter W. In the last Alphabet Challenge, I completely forgot the letter W, and I had to do it at the very end, which you guys weren't okay with, so I was punished in the next challenge after that. I've made up for it, but I don't know what my issue is with W. I forgot the letter W again, but I will not this time. I will not forget the letter W this time. No way. So this is U. Well, that's not U. This is the letter U. I'm actually gonna head this way, past the Yorkshire County Fish Shop, We can get some stellar fish and chips. Then I'm gonna head to this little section right on the water with the umbrellas. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing the umbrellas. The reason I want to come all the way down here is because one, what a lovely area, right? What a lovely spot. But they have really great umbrellas. It's right on the water. You can feel the wind. And also, this right here is where we had our All Ears meetup. Thanks to MEI Travel and everyone who came to the meetup. What a fun time. Thanks, MEI Travel. Thanks to everybody that joined us. Hope we get to do it again.
Okay, made it back to Imagination Pavilion. Y'all, I don't know what the deal is, but my legs are exhausted. I don't know why I didn't think this was gonna happen, but we're getting steps in today for sure. Hopping in line. Hopefully Joy's out. She should be out. Last time I checked. Oh, the Figment line. She's not out. Okay. We'll give it a minute. We'll chill out here. Hopefully she'll show up.
I have made it to the American Pavilion. Yes, I traveled all the way to the back of the park for, I believe, to be my final live entertainment scenario. We're gonna head into the Liberty Theater where they're currently playing the American Adventure. But before you see the American Adventure, you have to stop, check the show times. You've got to check out the Voices of Liberty. The Voices of Liberty, they are an Americana a cappella group. What they do is absolutely moving. Some of the songs that they sing, truly from an artistic standpoint, their arrangements are gorgeous, their voices are gorgeous, the way that they work together, they blend, they listen to each other. It's really gorgeous, and I cannot raise them up enough as something you must do here at EPCOT. And it's also a great way to just get out of the heat for a second and enjoy some live entertainment, because hashtag live entertainment is important. But go see the Voice of Liberty.
Y'all, no Joy. It's not quite 3:30 yet, but at this point, it's basically 3:30. So I'm gonna go try to watch Jaminators and then walk all the way back here so I can do Imagination Journey into Imagination. I'm so mad at myself because I've like pigeonholed myself by planning this hard that I can't really segue, or I've messed up or I'll mess up my categories. Which is where this gets really hard. Okay, made it just in time. Okay, I watched the Jaminators. So mad at myself still, but what's done is done. Now, wait. I. Journey to Imagination. Heading for another ride. I for Imagination. So, back from whence we came. Capital I Imagination. We're making it work. Really fun dark ride. EPCOT staple, although it's been through some changes and people have strong feelings about it. Not really one of my favorites. I do not think this is a must-do, but people would disagree with me. To each their own. Also, I forgot to say the test track, but check it out. Row 7. Let's go Row 7. Woo, Row 7. I love you, Row 7.
All right, we made it to Soarin'. Still pretty stressed out about Z. Yeah, pretty stressed out about Z. I don't know what Z's gonna be yet. But, let alone X. Oh, that's okay. We're headed into Soarin'. Soarin' is a hang gliding motion simulator attraction. Soarin' around the world, basically where you hang glide all over different exciting and exotic locations. Anything from castles to giant waterfalls, Paris, Dubai.
Finished on Figment, and it looks like my arch nemesis, Joy, finally appeared. No thanks to you, Joy. Next up is H. Now, I had planned on doing the Honey Bistro booth, which Quincy got to review, and it's one of my favorite booths every single year. But I noticed this roasted red pepper hummus, so we're gonna go H. Hummus, fruit. I meant food. I think the heat's getting to me. It's fine. We're getting hummus. Okay, this is it. This is the hummus plate. I'm actually super pumped about this. So it's roasted red pepper hummus, some olives to dip it in, cucumbers, and then crackers. It was all of $5. And Quincy and I talk about all the time how sometimes we wish we had healthier options around Disney, just as people who are here most days. Disney food is really, really fun and delicious, but it's not necessarily food that you want to eat every single day. So a hummus plate, this is awesome. I am very excited about this. I want to say that these are sesame crackers. The roasted red pepper hummus is so nice. Reminds me of the, can't think of the brand name. Shoot. Starts with an S. Really nice. I'm in a hummus era right now. I've been eating this for snacks at home. So I'm really excited to have found this. And there's a lid. So I'm gonna go. Our next letter is G. We're going green. Mission Space Green. I'm gonna put the lid on this and I can keep it. Oh, I have to eat it all right now. I'm in love. I'm a woman in love. And I don't care who knows it. Sabra. I think the band, is that what it's called? The hummus brand? So good. Mission Space, I'm going green for G. Now, if you don't know what Mission Space is, it's kind of like a flight simulator. There's two different storylines. Orange is a little bit more intense. It takes you to a Mars mission. Green is for those who maybe don't want to get motion sick, or you have kiddos, and it's going to take you around the Earth. Now, this one's pretty bad for motion sickness, so be cautious of that, but otherwise, I think it's a lot of fun. Team 1, only team in the room. And I put my lid back on this, and I texted Quincy immediately, and she's also excited. This is so good. That was a lot of fun, and look, held up nicely. Really proud of you. I'm clearly very excited about this. I don't know, niche interests. Next is F. I'm going for more live entertainment. That means Figment is my goal, but that could be horrible. His lines have been either really long, or sometimes he shows up and no one's there. And Joy is leaving me scarred, which is kind of ironic. I feel like joy should be like a positive thing. I don't know. We're gonna attempt Figment and see how that goes. And while we're doing that, we're gonna think about anything else we could do. Crew, guess who's done meeting for the day? I'm so glad I checked, but don't really know what I'm gonna do now because I've already finished 2 categories, which means I'm gonna have to get really creative. Figure something out. I don't know what it is. I need to, give me a moment. Give me a moment.
Just so you guys know, if you guys want the best row, B1 is the best row. It's all the way up to the top. You won't see any feet. And also it's right in the center.
Totally and completely at a standstill. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I have no idea where Sage is at. So I'm like truly lost. I can do film festival, I think, for an attraction, but then that takes away Reflection of China, which is what I was gonna do for C, and leaves me with a live entertainment, and where was the point of the evening where a lot of the live entertainment is going away. So I really don't know what to do, but I don't want to park hop because I'll definitely lose. If I park hop, I've already had to wait and get stuck. If I park hop, it's gonna eventually be pointless because he'll have more time to finish everything. So, I don't know what to do. And I look exhausted.
I have 3 letters left. X, Y, Z. X and Z, probably the hardest. Now, I think I have a solid game plan, but I'm burnt. I'm hungry. I forgot to include actual food other than the maple popcorn in my food and beverage category. I need 1 merch. I gotta do 1 more ride and 1 more wild card. It's gonna be a stretch, but we've made it this far. Just go with me, guys. Go with me. I'm actually headed back to Treasures of Xandar because Treasures of Xandar, we've already seen it today. It is a merchandise location. So this will count under my merch category. But Xandar, surprise, surprise, starts with an X. Oh, and look, there he is. Good old Xandar. I am staying in World Discovery, specifically because the last ride that's gonna go in my ride column is gonna be Mission Space. Hear me out, this is a stretch, but we've been getting creative all day. I know Emma's getting creative. I asked Emma if this counted, and she says, well, it's on the attraction, so yeah. I was like, yeah, I think so too. So we're counting this. There is a special button on mission space that, well, you'll see what it is in a second.
This is an emergency. Commander, press the yaw button now.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about it, and I don't want to waste any more time. It's been a few minutes, so I'm gonna head over to the Pixar Short Film Festival. It's gonna be my last attraction, but it's Film Festival, so we're gonna go over there and maybe I'll be inspired. Something will come to me.
The yaw button has officially been pushed in our mission space console. And now with Y out of the way, our last ride has been done. Now, Z. This is gonna be a stretch as well. That's okay.
Well, good timing because the Disney Pixar Short Film Festival says 0 minute wait, which means the next one's starting right now.
Here in World Celebration, there are actually these really great benches. When I mean benches, I literally mean like reclining chairs.
Okay, literally walked right in. But fun fact, you cannot film this one. So I'm gonna relax. You can see some great films here, but I think we already talked about it. So you guys relax too. Take a break. Take a load off.
I'm gonna catch some Z's. Yep, that's my Z. It's been a long day. I've made it through every single letter of the alphabet. Now I deserve to kick back and relax, maybe take a nice nap, catch some Z's. Good night. I just clocked my steps. I'm around 17,500 steps.
I'm at 15,000 steps, almost like across the board. I don't know, I had to sit a little bit more, but still, 7 miles in just a few hours, like casually at work. I'm surprised.
Well, good game.
You did a great job. I'm really eager to see how you ended this one because I needed you to finish because I ran out of stuff.
Oh, I caught some Z's.
Thank goodness.
If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Now, if you want to go see our first alphabet challenge, go check it out on the channel right now.
Good night.